Welcome to part 4 of our core foundation series. Today we're going to take all of the deep core engagement and awareness that we have found and take it into some more advanced standing work so you can use your deep core engagement without even thinking about it as you're doing whatever workout you choose to do or just in your day-to-day life. So we are going to use a resistance band in today's class. If you don't have a resistance band, I have a heavy one here. I actually prefer medium ones, so if you have a medium one, that's great. Medium or heavy is good. And then if you don't have a resistance band, you can grab tights or leggings or something that has some stretch with it and use that instead. So we'll put the band down for now. We'll use it in a little bit, and we're actually going to start against a wall today. So make sure you find a space where you have a wall and you have some space around you so that you can move your arms out to the sides. So we'll start with our feet about 6 inches to a foot away from the wall. So you have some space between your feet and the wall. Feet are sits bones distance apart. And then we'll find our neutral pelvis and our neutral spine here against the wall. The wall gives really great feedback to where our bony landmarks are. So you want to feel your sacrum against the wall. That triangular bone in the middle of your pelvis, you're going to feel the center of that sacrum against the wall. And then you should have a little bit of space between your lower back and the wall. And then ideally, the ribs around where a bra line would be, if you're wearing a bra, should be right up against the wall there. Now, depending on your body, that might not be completely true. But we want the middle of the rib cage to be finding a connection with the wall. So maybe your whole rib cage doesn't touch, but middle of the rib cage should touch. And then from there, we lengthen the crown of the head up and back slightly, so that ideally the back of the head touches the wall as well. Now if putting the back of your head against the wall pulls your ribs up away from the wall, I want you to place the ribs back down again and then just find that lengthen, lift, and press back from your head just as far as you can, maintaining contact with the ribs against the wall. Now in this position, we want to feel nice and lifted and lengthened. So remember, we're not crunching down through these ribs to find that position, to find that neutral. We're against the wall with our bony landmarks, but we're lengthening the spine up and into the sky. From here, we'll take our breath and engagement. So take a big inhale. Imagine expanding your belly, expanding the ribs to the side and to the back, and expanding down through your pelvis. And then on your exhale, we're going to zip everything up, lifting pelvic floor in and up, lifting low belly in and up, waist narrows and draws up. Nothing changes in the alignment. Spine continues to feel long. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw in and up. Gather and lift the pelvic floor, pulling your pubic bone up and in towards your sacrum. Inhale, expand and release. Exhale, narrow the waist. Draw belly to spine and spine to belly. Low belly drawing in and up, and then we continue to feel lengthening, like your spine is a rope that someone's pulling up. Inhale. Exhale, hug in and up. 2 more breath and engagement patterns here. Inhale. Exhale, imagine that fountain of energy up through the center of your body and through the crown of your head. 1 more. And exhale, draw in and up. Lengthen the spine. Beautiful. From there, take another inhale. On your exhale, nod your chin towards your chest. And we're going to start to peel the spine off of the wall, 1 vertebra at a time. Just letting yourself fall forward, and the belly is going to start to hollow and lift to support it. We're lengthening through the back and using the deep core to support us as we peel the spine off of the wall. Allow yourself to roll all the way down so that your fingers are grazing the mat. Soften your knees as needed. Take an inhale at the bottom, let your head be really heavy, fill up your back. And then exhale and connect into that deep core. Feel the lift of the pelvic floor and the low belly to bring you back up. And stack the spine up 1 vertebra at a time. Feeling that lengthening and lifting. Find your bony landmarks again against the wall, and then really elongate and lift, lengthen up. Take that again, chin to the chest. Supported through the low belly as you round forward. Let's pause here for a second. We should still have neutral pelvis as the upper back is rounding. And then it continues to round the spine down further, now rounding through your low back. Letting that spine stay rounded as you reach down towards the mat. Really heavy arms, really heavy head. Find no tension in your neck or shoulders. And then roll it back up by lifting that low belly in and up, hollowing out the abdominals. Lift. We'll take it one more time. Really find your length at the top. That crown of the head is floating up to the sky, but your bony landmarks are against the wall. And then again, chin to the chest. Roll it down. Keeping your neutral pelvis as long as you can, and then allowing the spine to round as you roll down. Inhale, and exhale up, hollow the belly. Feel the front of the body pull into the back of the body. And lengthen it up. Feel the back ribs lift up the wall as you place your head back into the wall. Nice work. Great. We're going to stay against the wall and do a little bit of arm work with our band now. So go ahead and grab your band. We're going to work on keeping this neutral alignment. Against the wall is helpful, and then you can take yourself away from the wall to kind of challenge it and make sure you've found those bony landmarks and you can maintain them without the wall behind your back. So we're going to hold the band in the hands, palms facing up, elbows right next to the ribs. Find your length. Find your extended position through the spine, back of the head. Crown of the head is reaching up. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, pull the hands away from each other slightly so that you rotate the arms. And then inhale it back in. Taking that again. So our motion is to rotate the arms outward. And then we inhale back in. We're working our rotator cuff muscles here. And then inhale in. Now it's a simple movement, so now we're going to focus on our deep core and our alignment here. So as you exhale, feel the waist narrow, the low belly draw in and up, the waist narrows and lifts. So there's this feeling of energy up, and then inhale, release it. Exhale, hug in, and inhale. So we're mindful of that engagement now so that we don't have to be when we're walking around, right? Again, keep those back ribs connected and lifted. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Nice work. Inhale. 1 more. Find that length. Good. Now flip the palms and bring the arms straight out in front of the shoulders. Arms plugged into the shoulder sockets. You should feel nice and wide through the upper back and through the chest here. Back ribs should stay connected into the wall, crown of the head reaching up to the sky. Hands shoulder distance apart, and then gently press out. So pull the hands away from each other slightly so you have some resistance. Inhale. On your exhale, narrow the waist, draw the low belly in and up as you bring your arms overhead without pulling those ribs away from the wall. So we're finding that length and lift, and then inhale it down. Exhale, draw it in and up. Inhale down. Pay really good attention to what your ribs want to do here and make sure they stay neutral, but without crunching down, right? You should still be able to breathe. Finding your length. Exhale, waist narrows, draw in and up. Low belly lifts. It's almost as though you could lift your belly button up into your rib cage. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Expanding through the back ribs and the side ribs on your inhale. Exhale, narrow the waist, draw low belly in and up. 2 more. And exhale. You got it. Last one. Now we do one more thing here with the band. You'll hold the hands again the same way you have them before with the palms facing up. And then extend your arms straight out in front of you. Find that length. Sacrum is against the wall. Bra line is against the wall. We're lengthening up through the crown of the head. Now from here, open just one arm out to the side and then release it back in. Take the other way. We're not allowing the spine to rotate at all. So our deep core is working to help with counter rotation here. Nice work. Now, depending on how heavy your band is or how heavy your resistance is, take as big of a range of motion as you can. My band's pretty heavy. I can't go super far without losing my connection. So you want to stay nice and connected. Exhale out. Feel that lift and narrowing. Deep belly is engaging. Deep core is engaging. You've got one more each way. Last one. And release. You can rest the arms. And now we can actually come away from the wall and we'll do a little bit more standing work away from the wall. Okay, so keep your band in your hands and the arms are straight out in front of you again. Make sure the arms are shoulder distance apart, and again, we're feeling that nice width through the back. Now, we don't have the wall back behind us anymore, but we still want to find our neutral and think about those back ribs lengthening up. And think about the lower ribs being relaxed down, or the front lower ribs relaxed down, and that energy reaching through the crown of your head. Take a nice inhale to get tall. On your exhale, spiral your ribs to the right. Keeping the arms in line with the shoulders and just spinning the spine. Inhale back to center, growing a little bit taller, finding that connection. Exhale to twist the other way. And then inhale back to center. So now we're starting to work the obliques with that foundation of the deep core hugging in and up a little bit more with every exhale. Exhale. Inhale back through center. Exhale. Narrow and draw in and up. Inhale, get longer through the crown of your head. One more here. Exhale. Inhale back through center. Take those arms up overhead. Same thing you did against the wall, right? Those back ribs stay lifting. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Expand those ribs. Exhale, side bend over. And then come back to center. Let's take the inhale to bring you over. So let's go to the other side. Let's inhale up and over. So find that lengthening and expansion through the ribs. And then on your exhale, go ahead and feel that drawing in and up through the low belly as you lengthen to the sky. Inhale over. Chest stays forward, side bending at the waist. Exhale, in and up, drop up through that low belly. Feel the waist narrow and lift. Inhale. And exhale. I know I sound like a broken record, but we just want to keep reminding that body so that it comes naturally later on. Again. And exhale. One more each way. And exhale. Last one. Release your arms all the way down, and we can go ahead and take the band behind the back now. So we did this exercise in part 3 of the series, but now we're standing up. We're going to take the band behind the back, right at the bra line or just at the tips of the shoulder blades. And then you'll take the band around the arm and under, so it's under the hand, over and under, so it's under the hand. And you should feel that band around your back. So you should feel that connection there. And then we're going to use that to feel those back ribs in. Expand into that band on your inhale. On your exhale, extend your arms straight out in front of you. Inhale back in, expand into that band, and then exhale and press your arms forward, narrowing the waist, drawing the low belly in and up, and maintaining that feeling of those back ribs into the band. One more like that, and then we'll add to it today. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend in. Again, we reach the arms out forward. Open out to the side and then bend the elbows in and bring them back forward. Again, keeping that connection of the back ribs into the band. Open and bend it in and release. Again, we extend and open and reach it around. Inhale, exhale. Stay nice and lifted like someone's pulling your head up to the sky. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Nice work. We can relax the band down now. You can place it off to the side. And then we'll go into some lower body hip work, still connecting into that deep core. So we'll take the feet wide into a wide second position, toes pointing out towards the corners of your mat, so you have this spiraling rotation in the thighs, but you have nice balance and stability in the legs. Let's start with the hands just right on the hips. Actually, go ahead and find your neutral first, right? So pubic bone and hip bones on the same plane. Tailbone is reaching down to the ground, pubic bone is reaching down to the ground, and then we maintain that as you bend the knees. Inhale down into your pelvis, widen the sits bones, open the base of your pelvis, and then exhale and feel a nice gather and lift. Energy draws up the center of the body, crown of the head is really reaching up, you're getting tall, and then maintain that lengthening feeling as you bend down. Body is moving straight up and down like an elevator. Exhale it up. Inhale. Stay there, feel really nice and open and long. And then exhale, gather and lift. Feel the front of your pelvic floor draw in. Pubic bone draws in towards the sacrum and we lift it up. Take just that again. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're adding arms. Inhale down. Let's stay there. Lift the arms. And then exhale around and up. Inhale. Arms come up. Open. And around. Again. And lift. And open. Couple more like that. Open on your bend down. Raise the arms without moving those ribs. Open and lift. Again. And up and open. Draw it in. Two more. Lift. Open. Draw it in. Last one. And lengthen up. And feel nice and lifted. Nice work. Bring your legs underneath you. Feet right underneath the centers of your hips, heels in line with sits bones. Find your neutral pelvis. Maintain that feeling and think about equal weight between the front of the foot, so like the mid-foot, not the toes, but right past the toes. So those mounds below your big toe and pinky toe, think about pressing into those evenly, and then also have pressure into your heel. Then you should feel the arches of the feet lifting slightly without disconnecting your big toes. So those big toe mounds, pinky toe mounds press down. Center of the heel presses down. Neutral pelvis. And then stack the ribs on top of the pelvis. And feel that head lengthen up to the sky. Ears back over the shoulders. So now we've got our nice neutral standing position. From here, raise your heels up off of the mat by lifting your belly in and up. So imagine, obviously other muscles are working, but imagine you could lift your heels from the center of your body. And then lower it back down. And then take that again. So just a heel raise, right? We're lifting the heels. Parallel feet, big toe and pinky toe pressing down into the mat, and then lowering back down. But what we're making sure of is that we're not pushing our pelvis forward in order to lift the heels. So go ahead and keep going, and just make sure you're feeling like you're lifting straight up to the sky as much as possible. And lift. And lower, and see how much you can connect in through this low belly. So drawing in and up and lower. Find that fountain of energy feeling pulling you up, right? Like you're a flower blooming maybe. And then again, lift. And inhale, release down. Let's take 3 more. Lift, low belly draws in and up, waist narrows, lengthen. And lower. We've got 3 more. And lower. 2 more. Take it nice and slow so you can connect. 1 more. And release back down. Nice work. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me from the side here. And we're going to do a little lunge with a reach back and balance work. Again, we're really going to find this lifting and drawing in and up to bring us into neutral every time. So let's keep the hands on the hips. I like to have them on the front of the hips here. And then take your right foot and lift it up so that you're just on the half toe. So your toes are on the mat, your heel is off. You're lengthened up in your neutral position. So just feel this little bit of drawing in and up. Pelvis is neutral, and then we lengthen up nice and tall through the crown of the head. From here, I want you to bend your left knee and extend your right leg back. We're keeping the pelvis and the spine neutral. We're hinging at the hip and allowing the body to come forward a little bit. You can tap your toe down on the mat, and then we draw this in and up to come back to neutral, and maybe you tap your toes down, or maybe you challenge your balance, up to you. And then we'll take that again. So we reach back, maintaining our neutral, inhale, and then exhale and gather and lift the pelvic floor, lift that low belly in and up, feel the waist narrow and draw in. Again, back. Both hip bones stay pointing forward. We're super neutral here. Draw it in and up. Again, inhaling back. And then exhaling up. 2 more like that. Inhale back. And exhale, lift, draw in and up. 2 more. Really focus on what the center of the body is doing. Let the legs be secondary. That's the easy part, right? 1 more. And drawing in and up. Find that lift. Feel as tall as you can possibly feel, and then let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So you're in that half toe position with your left foot now. Check in. Find your neutral first. Feel nice and lifted and long. You should feel taller than you usually do walking down the street, right? Just elongate through that whole spine. Front ribs relax, back ribs lengthen up, and then when you're ready, go ahead and inhale it back. Letting the body hinge forward slightly so you can keep your pelvis neutral, and then draw it up, lifting. Again, inhale back, and exhaling up. Again, inhale back, and exhale up. Again, inhale, and exhale. Good, keep going like that. Lengthen through the spine. Feel this length through the crown of the head and the toe as you're reaching back. And then draw it in and up. Fountain of energy through the center of the body to lift you. Inhale back. And exhale up. Put your hands wherever they need to be to help give you that feedback and remind your body where it's supposed to be. 2 more. And exhale up. Woo. 1 more. And exhale up. Beautiful. And we'll take 1 more standing exercise here, doing a little bit of a side lunge. So I'm going to encourage you to keep your hands on your hips. And then when you're ready, we'll step out with 1 leg out to the side. Same hinging of the hip here. So we bend into that leg that you stepped down on. Other leg stays straight. And then we're going to draw it in and we're going to find that balance. Lift up. Lengthen, draw in and up through the center. You're really super tall. And then we go down again, side lunge it out. And then find your balance, lift. Again, bend it down. Push onto that foot, lift up through the center, lift up through your hips, go. Suck it all up. And then take it again, out to the side. And draw it in. Again, reach it out. Find your lift. Good. Now you could always just come back to that half toe if balancing off of your foot feels like a little too much right now. Make sure you're doing it in a way that can give you that connection, and don't let it get sloppy, for lack of a better word, right? Find your neutral, find your engagement every single time. Don't move to the next one if you feel like you haven't connected. So connect first. Bend it down. And connect. Good, 1 more. And connect. We'll switch sides. So we're stepping out with the foot, going into a lunge. Bend that knee. Other leg is long. Hips sit back. And then we draw it in and up. Lift it all up. And again, bend it down. And lift it up. Again, bend it down. And lift it up. And bend. And lift. Couple more like that. And lift. Beautiful. Couple more. Both knees stay pointing forward the whole time over the centers of the feet. Good. And bend. And draw it in and up. 2 more. And draw it in and up. 1 more. And draw it in and up. Great work. Come to the back edge of your mat so there's some room behind you. Stand with your feet sits bones distance apart, toes pointing forward. Feel equal pressure between the front of the foot and the back of the foot. Big toe, pinky toe even. Pelvis is neutral, check in. Stack your ribs on top of your pelvis. Feel the head lengthen up, ears over shoulders. Reach the arms up to the sky without changing any of that. Nod your chin to your chest, roll it down. Feel your belly lift and hollow. Feel the spine lengthen. Let your knees soften as needed. And then you are going to walk your hands out one at a time and find yourself in a full plank position. Adjust as needed here. You want to be able to maintain neutral, so feel your tailbone reaching back and not down. Lengthen the hip bones back. Tail back, sits bones back. Sternum is reaching forward and up. And then from here, lift the hips, keeping the legs extended, and press back towards your heels. Take an inhale there. On your exhale, lower yourself right back down into the plank. Pressure through the heels. Lift the chest away from the ground. Feel your belly narrow and draw in and up. Inhale up. And then exhale down. Finding length through crown of the head and tail as you're feeling the belly wrap. So there's a corset around your waist, squeezing nice and tight. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and lower your knees down. Sit yourself back into child's pose. And just breathe into your back for a moment. And then exhale and just soften everything. Let everything melt. One more time like that. Exhale, just let everything soften and melt. Tuck your toes under. Come up into an upstretch position again. So heels down, hips up to the sky, stretch. Walk your hands in towards your feet. Let your heels press down into the mat. Let your head be heavy. And then slowly roll up, finding that connection of the deep core, drawing your belly in and up. You're lengthening all the way up tall, stacking one bone of your spine on top of the one below it. Take a second here to find your neutral. Find those feet again. Press down into the earth with your feet. Find a neutral pelvis. Feel your ribs stacked right over your hips. Feel the crown of the head reaching up to the sky. Maybe the head presses gently back. Let your shoulders and arms just drape. And I want you to really take a moment to imagine yourself as a tree. Your feet are growing roots down into the ground. You're super grounded. And then you have that energy reaching up through the center of the body and growing up into the sky. Take a big deep breath in and a deep breath out. And you are all set with part 4 of your Core Foundation series. Nice work, everyone. Hopefully you feel like you have a sense of your deep core and you've restored some functionality there. And now you can go on and take that engagement into more advanced exercises. If you have any questions at all, please head on over to the Contact Us page and feel free to ask any questions. We are here to help you. We would love to help you. Make sure you get the most out of this series. And if you'd like advice on which videos to try next, we'd be happy to help you with that as well.